Your pension might not be coming with you, and most Canadians find that out only after they've already booked the flight.
Every single month, Service Canada pushes out millions of deposits, and today we are going to follow one of those deposits as it tries to cross the border with you.
Whether you're picturing quiet winters in Portugal, a small place near the grandkids in Florida, or simply going home to the country you grew up in,
The question that lands in my inbox more than any other is simple. Will my CPP and OAS actually follow me out of Canada?
I'm Alex, and this week I went through the residency rules line by line so you don't have to.
Which one quietly stops 6 months after your plane leaves the runway, and the one 20-year rule that ends up deciding everything else?
Welcome back to Canada Finance with Alex. Let's follow the money.
Let's start with the one that never lets you down. Think of CPP as a loyal dog that genuinely does not care where you sleep at night. Let's start with the one that never lets you down. Think of CPP as a loyal dog that genuinely does not care where you sleep at night. If you contributed even a single year while working in Canada, that pension belongs to you for life, and it will find you anywhere on Earth. Move to Lisbon on a random Tuesday, and your CPP deposit clears in Lisbon exactly the way it would have cleared back home, often converted automatically into local currency, depending on where you've settled. There is no residency requirement attached to it at all. Not one day of it needs to happen inside Canada for the payments to continue landing in your account. The only real job on your end is logging into your My Service Canada account before you leave and setting up international direct deposit. Because that one step is what keeps the money going to the right bank instead of an account you no longer check.
Now, the second check behaves very differently, and this one has conditions. OAS is more like a cat, and it has a very specific test before it agrees to follow you outside the house. That test is 20 years.
If you've lived in Canada for at least 20 years after turning 18, your OAS follows you permanently, no matter which country you land in. Fall short of that 20-year mark, and OAS still pays while you're physically in Canada, but the moment you leave, a 6-month countdown begins.
And once it hits 0, the payments stop until you move back.
The trap most people miss is that this clock counts actual years lived in Canada after 18, not years as a citizen and not years as a permanent resident. So two people with identical passports can end up with completely different outcomes, depending on when they actually arrived.
Then there's the pair that never really leaves the house at all, GIS and the allowance.
These income-tested top-ups exist purely to support low-income seniors while they're living inside Canada, and they simply do not export. You get the month you leave plus 6 more months, and after that they're gone, with no ability to claim the missed months back later once you return.
Layered on top of every one of these payments is the tax question, because becoming a non-resident triggers a default 25% withholding on your CPP and OAS.
A number that drops for many countries once you file the treaty form, and can fall to nothing at all for retirees heading to the United States. Before you pack a single box, update your address and banking with Service Canada. Understand what actually makes you a non-resident in the eyes of the CRA.
Check whether your destination has a Social Security agreement with Canada, and get that treaty paperwork filed the same month you leave.
So here's the real question you should be asking before you book that one-way ticket. Not whether you can afford the move, but which of your 3 checks actually survives the flight.
If this helped clear things up, hit subscribe, because next week we're breaking down exactly how the US counts your days for tax residency.
See you in the next one!